He's called Sneaky because on the first scan to see if the mare was pregnant, we couldn't find him. The next time we did find him, and he was hiding, the little embryo was hiding, so he became Sneaky. And he is out of this mare, Maddie, who is a show jumping mare. She's Croix de Libria and Landgraf lines. And he is by Veltzin, my top stallion.
So the most important thing, I think, when you're training horses is that communication that you have with them. And with a dressage horse, I think it's really important that the first thing, or one of the first things you establish, is that when you do something, the horse should do something.
It must have been a bit ironic finding yourself stabled right next to the Dutch.
Yep. Alpha's next to Parzival, and opposite, just diagonally opposite Tortonas.
So in good company.
Poor Carol was having to the first few nights rescue Tortonas because he was a bit mad in the stable and kept getting himself stuck. My dad jokingly was like, just leave him. Don't rescue him.
So they apply it halfway down, then they put it up, and they wrap it round like that, and then that's the bit that he left at the beginning. This is where that comes in.
That's very clever.
So he twists that round, and this doesn't come out, by the way. It might look like it, but it doesn't come out. You can go all day like this.
He's done incredibly well to actually get this far. We actually bought him for cross-country and jumping and maybe a bit of hunting. However, we had a cross-country lesson one day, and the lady that was doing the lesson, she turned around to us and said, this horse shouldn't be on the cross-country field, he should be in the dressage arena. So we went off and we did a couple of dressage tests, and I think we won those, unaffiliated, and we thought, oh, this is easy.
So you hadn't done dressage before?
No, I bought him for jumping. And we're going around and herring around the countryside. I didn't buy him for anything, you know, it was a £2,500 ex-cart horse, really.
So obstacles, what sort of things are you going to meet, and what's your horse got to be able to do?
Your horse has to be able to concentrate, he has to be able to gallop and then come straight back to a standstill and concentrate on you again and not sort of get all fizzy and worked up and things.
To do whatever task that is, whether that's going over a footbridge or taking a piece of rope off a pole or...
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're teaching the ones, you want to pick a number and stick to it, not just keep going to see how many you can do. So let's see if we can do 4. So, oh boy.
I think the biggest thing would be clarity and consistency, and always giving the horse a fair chance and a clear way to see things. I think that's really the main thing is, you know, when you're challenging them and asking them things, that you make it very clear what you want, what you don't want, you're very consistent with it, and you give them the best possible chance to do it.
I'm thinking a little bit like shoulder in. I'm thinking MK needs to stay in front of my right leg. Okay, remember that one? Okay, and my body's coming a little bit to the right. I'm bringing him a little bit with me, bring him with me, bring him with me. Now I'm going to ride forward because he lost a bit of balance. And so I keep correcting it, and he understands it's not about doing a trick, it's not about spinning round in a pirouette, it's about staying ahead of me.
She has a fabulous rhythm cross-country.
Yeah.
She's jumping everything out of a stride.
I mean, I ride her, and I mean, as you see, it's not like I'm a bulk of muscles. And I ride her normal snaffle. Before starting, she's a pain because she's really like tense. You can't. After the day of the cross country, once I'm on her, she's not going to go one step walk.